Hello, friends, and welcome back to the archives for another thrilling episode of Chicken Police. Last we left off, we got a little further in the case. A new minigame happened where we actually had to connect the dots between suspects, clues, and, well, we learned a little more about the New Year's Day massacre. New Year's Eve massacre, actually. Terrible story. And oh, I just want to know what happened to the royal family now. Where the hell is Miss Kansenko from? But anyways, we landed in a brothel. Yay! Dog
These
name.
gods are elegant, just like Laszlo said.
Lewis.
What do you think could be the old rabbit's type? Fluffy tails, furry ears, a raspy tongue?
Oh dear.
Oh, for the love of all the gods, stop it.
But just think about it.
Please shut up, Marty.
Please do. I don't want to think about Lewis right now.
She's what I call an exotic beauty.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Hey, every animal's the most beautiful thing in the world to someone.
Exactly. Beauty on the inside.
Yeah, you're right.
And the eye of the beholder.
I don't know about you, but I go weak in the knees for stripes.
Please, Marty, I don't want to know. And I don't care. Keep it to yourself. And let's get out of here quickly.
Can't I even talk to you anymore?
No!
You can. Ask about the weather, or how's my lower back. Those two are even connected if you want to know.
Yeah, old fart.
I love the writing in this game.
Yeesh. That guy's stare gives me the creeps.
He has an eagle eye.
I can see why.
I always told myself that birds are weird.
What did you just say?
We're birds.
Huh? What? Me? Nothing?
No. Let's talk to the Foxy Lady here.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Would you be so kind as to help me?
With pleasure, ma'am.
The zipper always comes down on my dress. Would you kindly zip it back up?
Are you sure I'm going to zip it up and not down further?
Can I,
Oh,
Sonny?
no.
What am I, your mother? Do what you want, for God's sake.
Happy to help, ma'am.
Oh, what a gallant young man.
Oh, no.
Plucking
Oh, dear.
lords.
It's a minigame. How was that?
Thank you, honey.
Marty, ma'am. Marty McChicken.
Thank you, darling Marty. I'm much obliged.
Anytime, ma'am. Anytime.
They made that a minigame. Why?
I think she must be the receptionist.
I gave you the clue, the big desk.
Bravo, Mr. Detective.
Why'd you have to be like that all the time?
Because you're Captain
Well,
Obvious.
sometimes I seriously can't decide if you've become totally stupid over the years, or it just entertains you to act that way.
Yes.
Well, you know, that's a good question.
That's exactly what I mean.
Let's go ahead and talk with
My
her.
name is Day-Night Diamond. Welcome to the sweltering Nile, gentlemen.
Miss Diamond, I'm Sonny, and this is my partner, Marty.
If I may, miss, you have a beautiful name and exceptionally wonderful stripes.
Marty, not now.
Shut up, Marty.
Thank you very much.
Please excuse him. He doesn't visit places like this very often. Me neither, to be honest.
Oh, nothing to worry about, gentlemen. There's a first time for everyone.
You're absolutely right.
Ow.
We're just interested in a certain lady called Deborah.
Deborah. We don't have any employees by that name right now, but if you want, any of our girls would love to be Deborah for a night.
No. Excuse me, you misunderstand. She doesn't work here.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Neither do I.
It's kind of confusing, but let me try to explain.
Please, I'm at your service. I'll gladly answer any of your questions.
hear that, Sonny?
The animal
Any
heads are
questions?
throwing me off.
Shut up, Marty.
Marty, shut up. We need to question things.
I wouldn't want to offend you, far from it, but it's evident you're from the police, even without this.
Is it that obvious?
No shit.
No, it isn't, but, you know, here in the Nile, we have a keen eye for this kind of thing.
Right. I understand, ma'am.
Do you know Lewis?
Do you know a gentleman named Louis C. Hayworth?
Of course I do. Mr. Hayworth is a regular guest at our establishment.
I see. How regular, if I may ask?
So elegant here, so nice.
I can't give you any information about that. House policy.
We have that too. It's called the law, ma'am.
If you have any questions of that nature, please come back with a warrant.
Touche.
Okay. Do you know about the strangest of names?
Does this list mean anything to you?
This? I'm not sure. No, nothing.
Are you sure?
Don't you see some familiar names on there?
I do, but everybody knows those animals. Personally, I have no contact with any of them.
Who does?
I see. Oh, thank you. Look, she gave this to us. The girl named Deborah, the one we asked you about.
I see.
Do you know what this is?
Of course. It's a membership card.
That's how I got in.
Was this person a regular here?
If this belonged to her, then yes. I can check for you. Please, the ladies will entertain you while you wait. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Oh,
Much
we're gonna get
obliged.
shot or thrown out, one of the two. Hi.
May I invite you gentlemen for a drink, perhaps?
No, thank you. We're in a hurry.
Oh,
Poor Marty.
Beauty is relative.
I apologize for the wait.
Oh,
Please, come with me, gentlemen.
So you were successful.
My mistress, Madame Zavas, would like to meet you.
You mean that, Madame Savas?
holy shit, she's a crocodile.
As far as I know, there's only one of her, so
Or an alligator.
yes,
Please, miss, take us to her.
with pleasure.
Oh, sweltering Nile.
Madame Zavas was a legend in Clawville. Her name was known all over the wilderness. She's an avid royalist, former member of the Council of 12, spy master, assassin, businesswoman, and courtesan. To be honest, I didn't even know she was still alive. She's no spring chicken, that's for sure. She could also be my mother, or maybe my grandmother. First Ibn Wessler, now her. Honestly, tonight it wouldn't surprise me if His Majesty Hector III didn't grace me with his presence.
This case is getting weirder and weirder. And she frightens me in so many ways.
Interesting pieces.
Do you think so? It's the art of my people.
Crocodiles?
There are many kinds of crocodile in the wilderness, Mr. Featherland. This is the art of the Nilenites.
Hence the name, the sweltering Nile.
It's a river, Mr. Featherland. My ancestors lived by this river a long time ago.
Interesting.
Thank you.
I'm gonna search the room more. I need to see more things. There's a dead clock. There's a... I'm not gonna look at that. One key to the animal mind.
There are books here on quite a variety of topics.
Every topic. 49 years of the reptile, the death of the horse.
There are books here on quite a variety.
I guess that's the same thing. Slime and punishment. 7 pieces of the mind. What's this one say? Owls don't blink.
There are books. There are books.
That's the same thing over. These are just funny. Let me see. Dead clock.
Is that the time already?
Have you noticed your clock's not working?
Crocodile clock.
How observant you are. That clock isn't meant to show the time. It's a decoration. A memento.
Did you ever deal with pirates?
It's beautiful.
Indeed.
Ever? Okay, let's start questioning.
So she is the legendary Madame Zavas.
Yes, she is.
Let me introduce myself properly, ma'am.
Mr. Santino, I know who you are. And I also know your partner. The legend of the Chicken Police is always one step ahead of the Chicken Police.
Everybody knows us. It's not a good thing.
Thank you. That's flattering.
May I ask what you are looking for exactly? Here on this night?
A possible murder, you know, the usual.
You know, that's an interesting question. The card we've shown your lovely colleague.
Belongs to an old friend of ours, whom we haven't seen for a long time here.
And the name?
Let me guess, you cannot tell us because of clients.
Unfortunately, no, Mr. Santino. That's confidential information. In my line of work, discretion is everything.
Don't ask, don't tell,
Well,
don't
you know,
show.
In our line of work, the law is above everything.
Oh, do you think so? I could tell you what your colleagues think is also above everything, but as I said, discretion.
Look, ma'am, we don't want to impose. We're conducting a private investigation, which started off as harmless, but now it's murder.
Define harmless. Bricks were thrown.
That sounds serious.
Very.
It is serious. That's why we'd be grateful for your help.
In that case, I'm at your service. Ask your questions, and I'm going to answer to the best of my knowledge. As long as you're not wading through muddy water.
Oh, really?
Fortunately, I swim very well for a chicken.
I swim well, too.
No shit, you're a crocodile. Okay, here's the questions.
As I was saying, it belongs to us. Only our most valuable guests have one of these. And our employees, of course.
The employees, too. Good to know. Can you tell me if this card belonged to a guest or an employee?
No.
I
Damn
thought
it.
so. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Do you know Lewis?
Hayworth is a good friend of mine. It surprises me that he's a regular here.
You wouldn't believe our clientele. You would be shocked.
No doubt. Lewis, does he come here often?
Not so often.
You know, 3 times a week.
Thank you for the vague answer, ma'am.
The mystery is thrilling. The thrill is life itself.
That was beautiful, ma'am.
Quit kissing up.
Tell me, have you ever seen this list?
I have.
Am I right to assume it has something to do with the sweltering Nile?
It does, yes. But I can't tell you more about it. No.
Discretion
Damn
is
it.
key.
Absolutely.
We're getting somewhere, though. Okay, well, Miss Natasha.
Do you know Natasha Katsenko personally?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you don't sound happy about that one.
Tell me about her.
Warm-hearted, protective, quick-tempered, fierce. Yes, fierce.
Thank you. Very useful.
I can do more. I can already do questions.
This place isn't just our home with the girls. It's a sanctuary.
Really? How?
It symbolizes why the city was founded almost 1,000 years ago. Unity, love, freedom.
Cats and dogs living together, utter pandemonium.
Interbreeding?
That too, yes. Do you have a problem with that?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't. My girlfriend's a predator.
Really? I'm glad to hear it.
What is his girlfriend? I'm curious now. Okay, time for the actual questioning.
Deceit is everything to Zavas. She used to be a spy, so I'm gonna take her every word with a grain of salt.
Okay, here we go. Time to crack this nut wide open. Who's behind the legend, Miss? Who are you really?
Who's behind the legend, Miss Zavas? Who are you, really?
Just an animal raised to survive, Mr. Featherland. And because I've been taught, I know how to survive. I always was what I had to be.
And you managed to dodge my question. Clever.
Well, you see, this is one of the typical elements of survival. The way of dodging a delicate question and still making the questioner believe he got the answer. But you're too cunning and experienced, aren't you? You're not an easy one to fool.
This is gonna be hard, I
I'm
just
trying
know
to
it.
maintain appearances, ma'am.
You should. Appearances, most of the time, are stronger and more dangerous than the truth.
I don't know, you have lots of teeth and could bite my head off. Let me see. That's too obvious. We'll go with this one.
Isn't it dangerous being a royalist nowadays?
You know, Mr. Featherland, those that are genuinely dedicated never care about danger. That's something you must know even better than I.
Do you think it's my loyalty that motivates me the most? If you do, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Maybe you're not loyal to the police, Mr. Featherland, but you are to your own principles and ideals. Am I right?
Why are you questioning me? It's my turn to
That's
question.
true, but you're avoiding the question. Why did you stay in the king's employment after the scandals that are making half the city riot? What makes you still believe so much in the institution of monarchy?
This is turning more into philosophy.
You know, I always adapt, but only to a degree where I still don't have to give up myself and my ideals for the sake of survival.
You'd rather die then?
Maybe it would seem too dramatic or even romantic to you, but yes, exactly.
I'm sorry to doubt you, but I've always thought your kind was rather compromised.
Do you mean spies or crocodiles?
Yes.
Spies, of course.
I must disappoint you, but there aren't many groups as loyal and unwavering as the spies, Mr. Featherland.
So you were a spy.
If you're telling me, ma'am, I believe you.
Damn it, the wrong question. Not good. If I'm too upfront with her, she might just dodge the question and go around asking me more questions. See, that's a too obvious of a question, though.
Why did you decide to open a brothel?
There we go, roundabout.
You know, this place used to be an orphanage. Then after the Great Avian Plague, a hatchery. Then young mothers lived here who had nowhere else to go. That's when I took over.
Young mothers and prostitutes. That feels like a sharp turn.
No, it didn't happen like that, of course. The process took 20 years, but one thing remains the same. I wanted to help girls who had nothing and no one. To help them.
And this was the best you could do, helping them sell their bodies.
You see things very superficially, Mr. Featherland. We're a family who helped each other even at the worst of times, took care of each other, and what's most important, survived. Yes, survive, no matter the cost.
And it's the cherry on top of the most treasured secrets of the rich and famous.
Yep.
Very insightful, Mr. Featherland. There's truth to that. Knowledge is power, as they say. And we know a lot about powerful animals that could be used as weapons. Or the opposite. that could avert a war.
You know government secrets. So that makes it more and more dangerous to be here. And I was right.
If I guess who the card belongs to, will you tell me?
I wouldn't say that's an acceptable price for such a secret as this, but if you guess right, I won't lie to you. Then, I will tell you you were right. Yes.
Good. Let's see. The answer to my question. Natasha Katsenko.
Well, Mr. Featherland, it seems the gossip about you is right. What gave it away?
It was the only answer I had for who it belonged to. It obviously didn't belong to Ivan. No, it had to belong to her. That's why it was on her or in her safe.
It couldn't have been easier. There's a beautiful woman with a mysterious past, trying to keep it a secret, while someone's threatening her with the exact same thing, leaving rather unmistakable messages behind. Plus, we found the card on Deborah, who was her best friend and confidant, so she was either trying to hide it or destroy it forever, so no one could find out the truth.
Oh, that's right.
Am
It
I
was
right so far?
on Deborah. Whoops.
Indeed, Mr. Featherland.
So if I'm not mistaken, Natasha used to work for you before she met Ibn Wessler. He fell in love with her, gave her a job at the Millions Club. The rest is history.
You have talent, Mr. Featherland. I'm really sorry you're not working for the government.
I would have been a great spy, but no. I'm a cop. I am part of the Chicken Police. I am here to protect and serve the people of this city.
I am working for the government. I'm a cop.
Same
Are you
thing.
sure, Mr. Featherland?
Actually, I'm working for myself. This was my retirement plan. I'm just kind of bored around the office.
Touché.
Indeed. Natasha used to work here. We can put it that way, but you know, this isn't just a workplace. She also lived here. She was part of our family, and we still love her very much.
And she was a spy.
Right. That puts everything in a different light. Savas is a true survivor, always was. And she's proud of that, even to this day. Maybe I can get her to trust me if I play to this part of her.
I need to butter her up. Hey, it's just not something you. No. No, no. That might reveal something. Ah. This is the real chin scratcher. And a beard stroke going with it. Ah, why did you take her in? Maybe you saw yourself in the ton. No, that wouldn't have been it. Try to shape her into your image. No. That's not survival, that's just, you know. This plays family, though. So does this. But I need to butter her up, don't I? Ah, go with this
Why
one.
did you take her in? Maybe you saw yourself in Natasha.
She was only 17 when she knocked on the rear entrance of the brothel on an unusually cold, rainy night. I opened the door myself.
Was Natasha alone?
Yes, completely alone. Her left arm was slashed with an ugly wound, and she was frozen to the bone, barefoot, only a thin nightgown on her.
Did she tell you what happened to her?
After I brought her into the house, warmed her up, and changed her into new clothes, that was the first thing I asked. But no, she didn't
Yes,
tell
play
me.
on the family.
We became very good friends. But I still don't know what happened to her and where she came from. Or how she knew about this place and the rear entrance.
Interesting.
And you weren't bothered by all those secrets?
That would have been very hypocritical of me, don't you think? No, it didn't bother me. I make a living out of secrets, Mr. Featherland.
I see.
Oh, that was a good question.
Do you know where Natasha came from before Clawville?
Naturally. The poor dear couldn't even deny it. Even her name's eloquent, her accent, but mostly her manners, Mr. Featherland. She's from Stovos, and she belonged to the upper class of Stovonian social circles. She could barely even speak the language when I first met her.
That's all you know about her. An ex-spy like you must have checked up on her new protege's past.
That's the most exciting thing. Yes, I have. Multiple times putting my most treasured connections to good use. But nobody found anything. Natasha's trail could only be traced back to the Stovonian border. What happened in that country, no one knows.
Not even me or even you. God damn it.
It's rather curious, don't you think?
It is, Mr. Featherland, yes, curious. That's why I've always been rather fond of Natasha.
Because you don't know all her secrets.
Did it touch you deeply when she left you?
Indeed, it did.
Zavos is protective. It seems she's dedicating her whole life to her proteges. If I concentrate on that, maybe she'll open up to me.
Oh. No. Maybe? Why did you let her leave with Wessler? Yes.
Why did you let her leave with Wessler?
What else could I have done? Wessler is a handsome, rich, powerful animal, and Natasha fell in love with him. If anything, I know you can't stand in the way of a woman in love. There's nothing more dangerous, Mr. Featherland.
I've been in this job for more than 20 years, but I haven't heard that one before.
You see? You learn something new every day if you have an open mind. Yes.
Damn it. When did you last see her? Yes.
When was the last time you saw her, Madame Zavos?
Maybe around 2 months ago. There was a ball, attended by Ibn Wessler, his beautiful mate Natasha, and myself. Yes.
Was she herself? Did you feel like she was afraid or worried about something?
On the contrary, she was unrestrained, free, radiant. She was in love. Yes, in her own unique way.
Define her own unique way.
What do you mean?
You know Natasha loves on a different level than most Clawville women. Or most women in the wilderness, in fact. Maybe it's because of the Stovonian origins. Perhaps it's something else.
So you didn't notice anything strange about her?
Well, if anything could be called strange,
Huh.
it was that I saw a woman positively floating above the ground, who previously used to stand on it with 2 feet.
I see. Thank you, madam.
Okay, that was a good answer. Good.
How did you feel when you learned Natasha was going to leave?
Honestly, I was very hurt. I loved her as a daughter. How would you have felt?
Betrayed, sad.
I couldn't say.
And I still couldn't stop her, and you know why?
She was in love with another mobster.
Of course I do, because you loved her.
You've been in my shoes before, am I right, Detective? Yes, I can feel you have.
This isn't about me, madam. Please stop changing the subject.
I have felt betrayed on a certain level. Yes, and offended, and alone. Even amongst all my friends.
Were you disappointed in her?
Only in myself, Mr. Featherland. But I have a hunch you know this feeling very well.
So you might have let her down at some point and you feel like it was your fault.
Yes, you're right. Well, thank you for your time, madam.
Anytime, Detective. Yes, anytime.
I might be back here. At least I got 4. I'm not... I got 4 out of 5. That ain't bad. I mean, 9 questions asked. Focus actually 60%. I'm terrible at my job. I should have been 5-star. I asked the wrong question twice. Ah. Okay, but at least we didn't get Tilla. She was crafty. She definitely knew how to work around questions. Not quite like the old times, but you've still got it. The old rooster still knows some tricks, eh? Woo! Yay! You know, I can deal with a 4-star rating. I am okay with this. A little bothered, but I am okay with this. And on that note, friends, I think we're going to end the episode here. We know a little more about Natasha. A little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And a little goes a long way in this game. Still have more questions than I do answers, but I feel like we're starting to get to the root of this whole case. Of the why. Why was... What was her name? Oh, damn it. Alright, they keep saying it. Deborah. Why was she killed? Why kill her? Why write whore all over the place? Although I am in a brothel, that makes more sense now. Although she had the card that belonged to Natasha on her. Was she trying to hide it? Trying to keep it from us? Why didn't she say anything? Also, what is up with that list? I know it's some clientels with some big names on it, but still. I have so many questions. Who's after Natasha? Who killed Deborah? Why is she so secretive? Why is she hanging out with Ivan Wessler? Why everything? And why did she call me on this case? And why am I getting shit from the captain? Seriously, I still work at the police station. I have 120 days left until retirement. I'm still a damn cop. But with that said, friends, this game has me thinking. And thinking can be a dangerous thing. But I'll keep my mind sharp, keep the questions going, and I will solve this case, no matter what it takes. So anyways, friends, if you're liking the content or enjoying what you're watching, please like, comment, subscribe. What games do you think I should play next on this channel? Leave them down in the comments below. Tell me what your thoughts are. Also, if you watched the first few episodes, it's in the playlist. You'll be able to watch all the episodes up so far. I'm rambling on now. This is a long-ass outro, but who cares? Because I have been your humble curator, and until next time, signing off.